Hey guys, so today I have a Wet n Wild haul for you. My package finally got here. It took 15 days and I look back at last year's video around this time when I had ordered from their website before, and it took 15 days that time too. So I think it's because, it's Christmas and everybody wants to try the new products, so they probably got a lot of orders, but so anyways, it finally got here, and I knew it was going to come yesterday, so I didn't put any makeup on, and I waited for the package to arrive, and then I just used as many of the products as I could to try them out and see how I like them. And then I just used them again, and I used some of the things that I didn't use yesterday. So anyways, let's just get into it. So what I'm trying to say is that I can give you a little bit of information about the products that I've used so far. So I'm going to show you what I bought in the order in which I would use it on my face. Let's start with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, and then it says Dewy Base. So I got this, and yesterday when I used it and I took some out of the tube, I was a little put off by the consistency of it. But then today when I used it again, I thought, well, maybe it needs to be shook. So I shaked it up really good, and that made all the difference, because yesterday it was separating and I was getting too much liquid, and today I shook it up really good and that completely changed it, and I like it. It's, of course, you know that I'm a fan of anything that says dewy primer, radiant primer, moisturizing primer, anything like that, because my skin is borderline dry. So I do like this. This works good for me, and I feel like the amount of luminosity that you get with it isn't crazy or anything. And then, of course, I wanted to try the new foundation. This is the Mega Cushion Foundation. It's SPF 15. The color that was closest to me was Cream Ivory. And I like the packaging on this. It looks like they revamped the packaging and changed it from the other containers that they had like this in other categories. It has the puff thing, but I don't use that. This cover right here, it has like a groove, and then you just pull up on the groove, and that's how you open, like a little trapdoor thing. On their other ones, they had a little tab, and when you pulled on the tab broke off, and then it was very difficult to get the cover off. On the other one, the cover came completely off, so I like the improvement that they made on the packaging here. So it looks really dark in the container, but it doesn't apply that way. It's a very light foundation. Yesterday I used a beauty blender. Today I used a brush. And wow, what a difference. With the beauty blender, I wasn't getting hardly any coverage at all. And today I used a brush, and now I got more normal coverage. I still feel like it's a light coverage foundation though. But I like it so much better with a brush, and I didn't really care for it with a beauty blender. I didn't like the finish that was left behind or the way it applied, but with a brush, I really do like it. So I have it on right now, so it seems to be a pretty good match for me, despite the fact that it looks nothing like my skin tone in the container. And let's see. Oh, on the other containers that they have like this in other categories, you screw the top off. On this one, you just stick your finger in this groove here and just flip it open like that so it doesn't unscrew. You get 0.52 ounces, 15 grams of product. These compact cushion foundations never have as much foundation as what you would get like in a bottle, so that's pretty much typical. Actually, I think that's a little more product than what you would normally get in a cushion foundation. But so far, so good. The only thing that kind of threw me on it is the smell. It has a pretty strong smell, like perfume. It's like a perfume smell. And at first I was, oh, is this going to be a problem? Because I don't really like products that are heavily scented usually, especially if it's like a perfume smell, but the smell goes away once the foundation sets, so it didn't end up being an issue. And then I got another one of the Megaglo Hello Halo Liquid Highlighters. You might remember that I had picked one up in another color when I saw them on a display at Walgreens. I had got the rosy one that day. So in my order, I ordered Halo Goodbye. And this is like a light pinky beige shade, or a light beigey pink. And it has massive doe foot applicator on it. This is super concentrated and extremely intense. You have, I had a difficult time getting a small amount to put on it, and I end up with like too much when I try to blend it. Then I'm trying to blend it and then it goes too far forward, and so it's kind of difficult to work with. And I've tried different methods of application, and you know what though, I haven't tried applying it with a sponge, so I need to do that. But still trying to work with this, but it is beautiful. It's just a little bit tricky with the application. So but this color is a really good match for my skin tone. I think it's a better match than that rosy one that I had picked up at Walgreens. But I like this. I just need to try to work with a little more. I've tried my fingers and I've tried a brush, so I need to try a sponge. And then Wet n Wild has reformulated and redesigned the packaging for all their eyeshadows. So I got one of the 10 pan palettes. This is the Not a Basic Peach. Wow, is this a warm toned palette. A little too warm, I think, for my skin tone coloring, but it was, the reason why I got this one is I wanted to get one of the ones that they hadn't released previously, because they re-released some that they already had, and so I wanted to try one of the new ones. And I think that the other one that's new, the rosy one that everybody's saying is a dupe for Anastasia Modern Renaissance, I think that one was out of stock when I placed my order. But I wanted to get this one anyway because I already have Anastasia Modern Renaissance and a dupe for it already. So I decided to go with this one. Now, I used this yesterday, and yeah, it wasn't, the look that I did wasn't flattering at all because of the color scheme in this. So I think it might have just been the colors that I picked to do a look with just weren't that suitable for me. So I used it again today, except for I only used, let me show you exactly which colors I used. Okay, so today I used this shade right here as my brow bone highlight and an inner corner highlight, and I thought it was really pretty. And then I also used this dark brown right here. I used that in the outer corner area of my eyes, on the lid and in the crease, just on the outside portion of my eyes. And yesterday, let's see, what did I do? Yesterday, I tried using the transition shade up here. It's too light for a transition shade. And if it's too light on me as a transition shade, then I can't imagine that working for too many people, because my skin is pretty light. And then this one, of course, would be too dark for me, but I used it just to kind of play around with it and get a feel for it. And yeah, this is really dark. Even in the crease, it's almost like too dark for a crease shade. And then let's see, what else did I use when I was playing with this? I think I used, I can't remember now. I remember playing with these colors in the middle here a little bit. And I don't know, I feel like as far as the formula, I don't know that I like this better than the formula that they replaced. I feel like it's kind of powdery and there's a lot of kick up with it on some of the shades. But they're different from shade to shade. Some of the shades perform better than others. This one here was really powdery and had tons of kick up. So wasn't impressed with that one, but it ended up being too light for me to use for that anyway. But I don't know. I think I would like to play with this more before I gave my final thoughts on it. But my initial reaction is that to me, their eyeshadows were already good, so I don't know why they would want to change it. If they wanted to add transition shades, that makes sense, but this is not really a transition shade so much as it is like a highlight shade, I think. But anyways, that's just my initial reaction. I think I would also like to maybe pick up another one to see if they're different from palette to palette. So, I think this is just going to be a haul video, so I'm not going to get into swatches and stuff because I have to watch the time on this because anyway, I have to. Okay, so one shadow I did buy that I already had from the previous formula was the eyeshadow single Nutty. This is like a taupe, and I was dying to see how this would compare to the one that they already had before. It's just a really pretty shimmery taupe shade. So let me hold up the one from the original line next to it so you can see. So this is the difference here. They are both very, very similar, but it looks like the new one is just a little bit darker and maybe just a hair warmer, but it's still not a warm shadow. It's still, you know, like a cool taupe. But that's the difference. Oh, you can see on the old one I got a little bit of a hit pan spot in the very center. But, so I used the new one today on my lids. And it's pretty, it applies well, and I like it. Do I like it better than the old one? Not particularly. I think they're both nice, actually. So I didn't have any issues with the new one. And then I also picked up a couple of the other singles in shades that were not released before. I just wanted to try a couple of the new colors that they had, because some of them are like repeats and some of them are new. So this is Moonchild. Probably should have used that today. Look at my shirt and look at this eyeshadow. Well, what I probably should have done is I could have used this, I could have dragged this along the lower lash line. That would have been the perfect accent color with this shirt, but too late now. So I haven't tried this yet. And then I got Mesmerized. And this is a purple. And the textures on these are all different from one shadow to the next. And there was a green called Envy that was really pretty. I don't know if that was in the previous line or not. But they also did a reformulation on Sugar, which is the white, Panther, which is the black, and I think that might be it. And then they also came out with quads. Now before they had trios, so now they have quads. And this was the only one that was new. This is called Petalette, and it's pinks, mauves, a purple, and a white. Haven't used this yet either. Let me just do a couple swatches. I can't do a video with no swatches at all. Well, it doesn't swatch too well, but I've learned over time that you cannot judge an eyeshadow palette by the way it swatches. How it performs on the eyes is really the true test, because when you do swatches, you don't have any kind of a base or primer going on. So yeah, you really can't tell. And then they came out with a Pro brush line. And they are absolutely stunningly gorgeous rose gold brushes. So I bought one to try. This is the tapered blending brush, and on the brush itself it says P15. And I used this today because yesterday I had to wash it, and so it wasn't available to use until today. But I really like it. It looks a little different because it's wet right now. So it's a little bit fluffier when it's dry. But I think this is a beautiful brush, and it performed great. These aren't expensive. They've got the little indent in them for your finger, just like the white ones do. But I think I'll definitely end up getting more of these. I mean, nothing bad to say about it. And then this is the little card that came in the package. It comes in like a plastic package. So I like that a lot. And then they came out with a new skinny mascara, but it's a waterproof version. Now, you know, if you watch my videos, then you know that I have been using the non-waterproof version of this on my lower lashes for quite some time now. And they came out with this just at the right time because I think that that one is about to expire. So I might be having to throw that one away soon. So I've been using this on my lower lashes the last couple days, and I really like it. It seems like it has the same brush, but the formula seems to be a little bit thinner and creamier and like silkier than the other one. The other one was a little bit too thick and a little bit too clumpy. It did a good job, but this one doesn't clump at all. I like it. And so I have that on my lower lashes today. And as you can see, you can actually see my lower lashes, so it does its job. So I think I prefer this one over the other one. And I bought the retractable brow pencil that they came out with. It's the Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil. And to be honest with you, none of the shades look like they would work with my brows. I don't have it on today because I used it yesterday and discovered that the color just wasn't good with my brows. I got, geez, I don't see the color on here. Here it is. I got medium brown because I thought this would work for me. It's a twist up and it's one of those triangular ones, but it ended up being too dark for my brows. So I felt bad, but I think if I had gone one shade lighter, that might have been too light. I don't know. If these show up in stores, I'm going to pick up the one that's a little bit lighter and try it. Maybe. Because I didn't really like the formula either. The formula was so dry. I would like it to have been a little bit creamier. So, I don't know. I can't, in all honesty, say that I would recommend this. I don't think I am gonna pick up the other one in the other color. Yeah, the formula is just too dry. And if it's like that when it's brand new, what is it going to be like once it's been opened for a while? It's only going to get drier. So, nah, I would pass on this. Okay, now, there was a promotion thing going on that if you spent $45, you would get a free mystery bundle. And I was like, sure, I'll get free products. My only concern was I have a lot of Wet n Wild already. And I thought, what are they going to give me? Because I was afraid they were going to give me something that I already own because, yes, I have placed orders from the Wet n Wild website before, so they kind of know what I've placed orders from with that. But what about all the stuff that I've bought, like in stores? So I thought, oh, they're probably going to give me something I already have. But guess what? They didn't. And they didn't just give me one thing. They gave me a bunch of stuff. When they said mystery bundle, they weren't kidding. They gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products. And I didn't have any of them. So let me show you what they gave me. Some of them are from limited edition collections. Okay, they gave me the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Cheek and Lip Tint in the shade Flirt on the Street. This was from a limited edition collection. It's a peach cream stick that you can use on your cheeks or your lips. I used it on my cheeks yesterday and today, and I like it a lot. It blends really nice, and you know, peach is a color that everybody can wear. And I also used it on my lips yesterday. I didn't like it as much on my lips as far as like how it looked or how it blended, so I think I would stick to using this as a peach blush, but was happy to get that. And then they also gave me the Kabuki brush, and this came in this box here. This came out in that same limited edition collection as the cheek and lip tint. So would you believe this is the only Wet n Wild brush with the white handle that I did not already have? What are the odds of that? I remember when this came out with that limited edition collection, and I was thinking about getting it, and I thought, come on, how often do you use Kabuki brushes? Hardly ever, right? Well, that may change because I used this to do my bronzer today, and I really liked the results. It went on really nice and was really easy to use, so I think this is my new bronzer brush. So really glad they sent me that. They also sent me this other brush from a different limited edition collection. This is the Unicorn Glow highlighting brush. And it looks like the handle on it is like a unicorn horn. I was never able to find this collection when it released in stores, and I've been slowly picking up a few things here and there that have appeared in different situations. Like, I think that there were some pigments that were in this collection, and I got those. They had reissued them like with the Halloween collection, so I got those. But anyway, I used this with the liquid highlighter today, and it didn't work out too well. So I'm going to use it again probably tomorrow with a powder highlight, and I'm sure that I'll get very different results. Probably not the fault of the brush so much as it was the highlighter. So yeah, but I'm so glad that I have this because it's so pretty and very unique, and probably the only way I could possibly have gotten it other than to have ordered it from the website. I could have done that, but for whatever reason I didn't. They also sent me this. This is the Wet n Wild Perfect Pear Ombre Lip Wand in the shade Pretty Pocket Pear. It's got a red lipstick on one side and a burgundy lipstick on the other side. They're twist ups. I had this before, and would you believe that I just purged it from my collection last week when I was going through throwing away some things that had gotten past the point at which you should keep them. I just threw this out last week, and now I have it again. So thank you, Wet n Wild, for putting this back into my collection. And I have it on today. And what I did was I kind of mixed the two colors a little bit so that I have on sort of, you know, a mixture of the two. I just put the two on and blend it. Okay, so another thing they sent me was this lip liner, Color Icon lip liner in the shade Berry Red. Now, I did have this lip liner, but it looks like it's been redesigned and repackaged, and I used it today, and it's essentially the same lip liner as what I had before. So they didn't change the formula on these. All they changed was the packaging. So, but I wanted to see, you know, if it was the same formula or not, so they sent me that, and that was perfect to use with this lipstick. They also sent me one of the color correctors. I couldn't believe it. They sent me the peach one. And I have that on, and then I put my, actually I used the Wet n Wild concealer over it because I just wanted to use the two Wet n Wild products together, but yeah, this is really nice and works great with their concealer. So, and the concealer that I used it with was their photofocus one in the shade Light Ivory, I think. All the information will be in the description box. So, if I made a mistake about anything that I said, that's where the correct information will be. So that is everything that I ordered from the Wet n Wild website, and gave you a little mini reviews there, or first impressions, whatever. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next video. Oh, and I expect to make another video before Christmas, but just in case I don't, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye.